Pound it. Booyah. Pound it.
Waggies.
Welcome to episode 1/2, but we're calling it episode 1 of the S3K Podcast. My name is Evan Gao, and I'm joined by my other co-hosts.
Magneg.
Psychic.
Who dat, yo?
And today we are talking about relationships, our past failures and successes, but probably mostly failures. It'll be a lot of fun. And I'm sure
we gotta let chat know about the stuff they're never gonna experience. So, you know.
Let them live vicariously through us, okay?
True.
Let us be the ones who handle all this.
Turtle in chat.
Okay.
You know what Negneg's talking about.
So who wants to start it off? Anyone want to have a good story to start? We'll just jump right into it.
I think Evan's first kiss story is pretty good. I think
Okay.
you should tell that one.
That's a good one.
All
That's a really good one.
I don't think Hudat knows this one yet, huh?
Rope them in.
I do not know this one.
It's-
Okay.
It's so funny.
My first kiss story, it's actually pretty good. For a little bit of context, I dated someone, I'm not going to use their real name, but we will call her Felicity for the sake of the podcast. Now, Felicity was my first girlfriend, and I was her first boyfriend. And we started off really cute, right? We're both short little Asian people in marching band. I actually, for homecoming, after a band practice, I had all my friends. Hey, I saw that, Hudat. Okay, I saw that.
What? I was just itching my forehead, bro.
Sure. So during band camp, after one of the practices, I had my friends help me make a poster, got the whole flute section involved, had it whole planned out, and it went perfectly. You know, she said yes, went to homecoming, asked her out. It was so cool, so poggers. And we're very new to this whole thing. This happened around October. Flash forward to February.
Can I
okay.
butt in real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Why is Fuji saying facility? That's not.
Do you know Fuji? Do you know what Felicity? Felicity is a proper noun. It's not a proper noun. Well, it is a name. It also means happiness.
These nuts.
Oh my gosh! Wow, they never get old. They never get old. Just like Psychic. Okay, and so
Good one.
thank you. So Felicity and I flash forward to February. Okay, it's almost Valentine's Day. It's like 2 days before. Okay, you know Valentine's Day. That's the day of love and happiness and cool stuff. And we've been
chat feels bad.
How old are you in this story?
15, I think. Psychic's age. I was a freshman in high
Good
school.
one. Holy shit.
Yeah, how's that a good one? That's actually
Literally
true.
Yeah,
that's
that's
literally
right.
true.
That's-
What?
Jacks don't
That's
care
not-
about your feelings, Psychic.
That wasn't a joke.
You're
Used to
Magneg?
I'm just used to the Omega little psychic child, and then that's the whole joke.
I literally. Okay, I was actually 15 years old, freshman in high
Yeah, no,
school.
that's fair. You're
Mhm.
right.
And so, we had been dating for 5 months, and they were pretty good 5 months. You know, everyone thought we were cute. We spent a lot of time after school. It kind of became a ritual for me to go to her house after school and do homework together. But up until these 5 months, we had never ever kissed. Okay, let me tell you something. Felicity was a little bit of a germaphobe. Okay, she didn't like. I don't think we ever shared a straw or anything. You know. She's just yucky germs, ill, gross. Puts hand sanitizer on everything. Gotta stay clean. And I don't know if chat knows, but when you kiss someone, it's basically just spitting into their mouth, right? Just sharing.
Gross.
Gross.
I know, right? It's so
That's nasty.
disgusting.
And you're doing
People
it
actually
wrong
do that?
if it-
No, Psychic, I think you're doing it wrong.
Okay, yeah,
Hey,
sure.
bro, that's
Yeah, come on.
gross.
Have you ever kissed someone? Huh?
Don't. Okay. Bullshit.
A story for later.
It was funny the
Story?
7th time
Psychic
too.
first kiss story,
Wow.
Marchek?
It was super funny. But yeah, so
Exactly.
you share a lot of bodily liquids when you kiss, right? And so obviously that's kind of gross. And that's the reason why we didn't kiss up until that point. But, I had asked her about it, and she wanted to kiss, It was definitely something that we had discussed about and wanted to do. And so one day, I think it was the day before Valentine's Day, we were just sitting at her house doing homework, and she's like, yo, what if we kissed right now? And I'm like, okay, sure, it's happening, yo, it's happening.
Easy.
So we kind of just like turn towards each other. And then we like lean in, you know, eyes closed. And we like touch lips for like 2 seconds. And oh shoot, her parents pull up in the driveway. And we're like, we break apart and we're like, that's funny. Or we're doing homework. I don't count that as my first kiss. That doesn't count, okay? For everyone in the future, that never happened. I'm erasing that from the history books. That never happened. However,
just permanently cemented it in this podcast.
No, we're deleting this part of the podcast. We're editing it out. What actually happened?
That kind of ruins the story if you edit the whole.
No, I think the story's fine. You already know how the story goes. It gets better. It gets so much better.
Yeah, but when you edit the beginning out, it kind of gets worse.
So then, Valentine's Day, the next day, same deal, you know, and it's a special day. Valentine's Day, sheesh, you know what I'm saying? So I'm at our house again. We're doing, I think, like, algebra homework or something. And we're like, hey, it's Valentine's Day. We should try it again. And I know last time it was kind of weird. It was kind of awkward. This time, we gotta make it right, you know? We kind of had a mental link. We're like, this time it's gonna be good. And we're gonna make it good. And so obviously, the next step, to make this the best first kiss that we've ever had, both of us have never kissed anyone before. This is both our first kiss. So naturally, the next step was to take out our phones, right? Doing our homework, take out your phones. Okay, unlock it. Open up a Google Chrome tab. Yeah. WikiHow.com.
Oh
okay.
my God.
WikiHow.com. How to kiss another person. I shit you not. No, this is real. This is real. we both looked up how to kiss a person and like spent a good like 10 to 15 minutes just sitting next to each other, you know, on our phones, like reading it. Like, okay. Say nice things. be romantic. You know, it's nice to wear chapstick a little bit. We're like taking notes, you know. People G, okay, good to know. Oh, we already did that, you know. Hold hands. We've held hands before. That's really good. And so yeah, we just spent like 15 minutes on WikiHow first to do a little bit of research. And we're like, okay, we're ready. But we're not gonna do it in the kitchen. We're not gonna do it in the living room. That's so non-romantic. Ew, yeah, we need a better setting. And what's more romantic than going into her garage? We went into her garage. It's like completely dark there. You know how like garage doors have like the 4 little squares that light shines through? That was the only light in the room. It's just a dusty old garage with like a bike hanging from the ceiling and 4 beams of light. And that was, that's where we had our first kiss. But let me tell you, the WikiHow worked, okay? The research beforehand worked. I think, like, when we first kissed, it lasted at least 2 minutes before we broke apart. So that's pretty
no
good.
No movement of just like no movement.
We don't have to talk about that
ninja,
part. But hey, look,
I'm not seeing enough movement.
Ninja, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, 2 minutes though, 2 minutes, and then we kept kissing. It was good, okay? After about like
it was good.
There's no shot it was good.
No, it was good. I swear. No, it was a great experience. And then 10 minutes later, we're like, you know, that was pretty good. We both went back to our phones.
Wait. No. Evan. You say you kissed for 2 minutes and then said 10 minutes later.
No, we kept kissing. We kept kissing. Okay? I'm saying the first kiss lasted 2 minutes before we even took a breath, okay? We're like Olympian swimmers.
That's not how it works.
No, we're just that good. We're just that good at kissing. Okay, 10 minutes later, we both take out our phones again and we're like, we're ready for level 2. Open a new tab, WikiHow. How to French kiss. And then we spent like 5 minutes reading through that article.
Lord.
And testing it out. And so yeah. So it's like we spent like 30 minutes in her garage like kissing and reading WikiHow articles until her parents pulled up. And that was my first kiss. It's pretty good experience. A success story. Honestly. Really good.
I don't know if I would say a success story.
No, bro,
It's
that's-
a story.
I wonder if you
Oh my
scrolled
God.
down if there would be like the related article things and it'd be like the next step. And if you accidentally
Dude, that's
Yeah.
insane.
Like, what was going through your mind when you thought, oh yeah, WikiHow, that's such a great idea.
Listen, we both didn't know what we were doing. We don't want to come into it.
Evan, here's the thing.
Very
There's one
romantic.
thing to look it up, right? And then there's another thing to go to WikiHow specifically. You didn't search it on Google and click on the WikiHow link. You went to WikiHow and looked it up on WikiHow.
Okay,
That's insane.
I've grown since then. I've learned from my past mistakes. I wouldn't do that again now, but
I'm just
thought it was the
thinking
best
about how
resource.
awkward that is. That both of you are sitting probably a foot away from each other, looking at WikiHow like,
that's a bonding
How to kiss.
experience.
that's fucking weird.
No. That's romantic. Okay, we're both doing the same thing at the same time, next to each other. It's a good.
That's not how that works. It's not romantic because you're doing the same thing, Evan.
It was romantic.
Cirky's even saying it's not romantic.
No, it was romantic.
It wasn't.
Yeah,
Insane.
that was the story of my first kiss.
So should we do that story, all of us, and then you do like the breakup story?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Neg.
Oh, me?
Yep.
My first kiss?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
My
sir.
first kiss ain't nothing too special like Evan's, where it was really cringe.
Wasn't cringe. It was romantic, but okay.
Very cringe.
Well, you could say that it was romantic, but I don't think anybody here is buying that one. Yeah, like Fuji says, I'm a pro, so my first kiss.
Where's
No.
Fuji? Bro, Fuji looked that shit up on WikiHow. What is he? He's not getting. Where's he getting his information from?
Well,
Don't use the classic psychic well on that one. It's just true.
here's the thing, okay? So I was a year older than Psychic when I had my first kiss. I was 16 years old.
16. Wow.
I was
okay.
16, so I was a late bloomer, you could say, when it comes to kissing a girl.
You could
So-
say that, but you would never call it that.
Well, you could.
You
I'm
would
just saying.
never say that.
I'm just saying you could. Like, there's nothing wrong with saying it. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely, there is.
Wow.
You should be locked up for saying that shit.
Okay. Well, anyway,
It's insane.
back to the story. So, I was talking to this girl who ended up being my first girlfriend, and she was like, she was like, I was like so awkward around girls for the longest time, and I was like, fuck it, we ball, we going for it. I'm like, you want to go to the county fair with me? And she was like,
Yeah.
sure. I was like,
That's
man.
baller,
I was like,
bro.
okay. We're
Very
past
similar.
square one. The next step is me not trying to shit my pants, getting into the car with her parents when they take us to the county fair. So I get into the car.
Her dad's got a fucking
it's-
shotgun over his shoulder.
I get into the car. Dead silent. No speaking. Just like
Oh,
the
no.
air is just nothing. There's nothing. The drive there, there's a little bit of chattering between them. I'm just like sitting in the back seat, just chilling. We get there, we walk around, do the stuff you do at a fair, you get food, whatever. And after a while, we're like, okay, we're gonna leave. We're gonna go home. And she wanted to have me over, and like I was like, I've never been over to a girl's house by myself. This is scary, but I was like, fuck it, we ball. This is the day.
Badass, bro.
I don't stop. We keep going. All right. So we go to her place and we're watching a movie, and she starts like cuddling up on me and stuff, and like the typical maneuver, easy clap. I didn't even have to try.
Do you remember the movie?
The movie?
Was it like a scary movie? So like there's an excuse to like.
No, I feel like it was some. I feel like it was like a funny movie.
Okay. A comedy.
Something like the Benchwarmers. You know what I mean? Something like that. So, I really honestly don't know what was happening. I was not paying attention to the movie at all. I have no idea what happened in the movie. I cannot tell you what movie it was. I was just there and I was just completely zoned out, like just staring. And there was this girl cuddling up on me, and I was like sitting there, like straight faced. And eventually, like, after a while, she kind of like nudges me, and I turn my head, and for 2 minutes straight, we're like this far apart. So like, say like we're like probably like this far apart.
Oh, no.
I stare at her for like 2 minutes because I'm so scared. I'm just frozen. I'm just like,
Bro, Magneg was watching Black Panther and he got scared and he had to cuddle up with her.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, for sure. Psychic.
They're watching How to Do
No,
Rubik's
Neg-
Cube by me.
But, I mean, maybe 2 minutes is an exaggeration. I don't know how it felt like a long time. Is what I'm trying to say. I don't know how long it was. We're there.
Time
And
kind of
then I
dilates
finally-
when you're looking
I-
at a girl, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And eventually, I'm just like, fuck it, we ball again. That's the moral of the story. Is fuck it, we ball. You know, even if it's gonna be a shit first kiss, I'm going for it. And mind you, I'm not her first kiss. She's already kissed, so that makes everything a hell of a lot easier for me. I just need to follow along the steps. So I go in, you know, and I pause right before I get there for a second, and then I go for it and I close my eyes, and easy clap, chat. Easy clap. Unlike Evan, I didn't have to Google it. I'm not saying my
Wow.
first I was
WikiHow?
good for my
WikiHow?
first kiss. I'm not
You're
saying I was
saying
good.
you didn't have to Google it?
I'm saying I didn't have to
Now
Google
that's-
it though.
That's,
So that's
I don't
kinda
think
vague.
that's not much of a flex, TBH. Not much of a flex.
Well-
You didn't have to-
Well, I skipped. Yeah, I see. Like Elkman said, I skipped the tutorial. I did skip
Fucking
the tutorial. I went
badass.
straight
Honestly,
to the action.
Googling it's not that bad. Not that bad. But Googling it in the moment, like you gotta Google like the night
Oh,
before.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Googling it in the moment, you both are doing it at the same
I'm
time.
telling
like,
you,
bro.
it's a bonding experience. That just makes you closer.
No,
okay?
no, it's not.
It is.
No,
it
it's
is.
not.
No, I wouldn't say it's a
No,
bonding
it's
experience.
just not, man.
But yeah, that's that. I guess. I mean, after that, we dated for a while, and then you know, eventually at the end of the road, you know, whatever happens in every relationship.
Like they got dumped, Sag.
Sad.
Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so.
Tough.
But yeah,
Still
that's
kissed
mine. It was a kiss.
Still got
it
the
was,
smooch.
It was more than a kiss because you know, like after that, you know, you kind of up the game a little bit, you know,
Okay.
to a little making out. So you know,
Wow.
Usually.
Class.
I'm kind of a
All right.
player, chat.
Yeah.
Alright, want my story? My story?
Nope. Mine first, because that's the order it
Mod
goes in.
check,
Yeah.
where is it?
All right, let's hear it.
Don't
Let's hear
say
it.
mod. You can't start explaining
Where's
your
the
story.
story?
I'm like,
What?
no, it's my turn, and then you're like, well, where is it then? Mod check.
Where is
Where's
it?
the
I'm
story?
still-
Where's the-
We're waiting. We're waiting,
Okay.
Psychic.
Okay.
You're waiting.
So it's 7th grade on a field trip.
Fake
to,
story. Making this up on the spot.
Good improv, though. Good improv. Field trip. Very believable.
Don't say good improv. That's what I said last week. It's not. I'm not
It's like
coming
we're
up
trying
with
to
this.
stall. We're trying to stall for you so you can plan your
You
story
don't
out
need
more,
to
a little bit
because
more.
okay,
We're helping you out
it's
here.
It's at Crow Canyon, which is kind of like it's kind of on the border of Arizona, and it's kind of at the Four Corners. But it's in Colorado, and it's basically in the cliff. There's a shit ton of like houses and not cities, but places carved into the side of the cliff with buildings and stuff. And so we were on a field trip there, and
Mount Rushmore.
What?
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
yeah, it was.
Yeah,
mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, so we got to do like a tour of up inside like the houses and stuff on inside the cliff. So it's like this relatively long hike, and then you come down and there's this massive, it's like a 100-foot ladder that you have to climb to get up inside of the like houses area. And before you get inside of the houses area, there is like a little, like, it's I'm super claustrophobic. Or at least I don't think I was that scared then, but it's just like inside the rock, there's just a square hole that's carved, and it's like, fuck, I don't know, I don't have anything for reference. It's maybe like 3 feet by 3 feet, and you have to crawl through it for like 50 feet to get to the other side. And so me and the girl, let's call him Facility.
Facility.
So
Damn,
me and
Psychic and Evan
Facility
with
are
the same
first
girl.
ones are the first ones up the ladder. And so it's this 100-foot ladder, and you have a harness, and you're not a harness, but you are clipped in onto a rope, like they just tie the rope around your waist. Except it's like a fucking thin. It's like this, bro. It's like this thin ass rope. Like if you fall,
Your arms.
no shot that thing is holding you. Don't say like your arm, Kuda.
Well,
Holy shit,
I
good
already
one
said it.
actually. Yeah. So we were the first ones up. And so we went through the tunnel, and we weren't supposed to, because we went up before the teachers, and we were supposed to just wait for everyone to come up and then go through. But we didn't, because we were the first people up, and we didn't really, like, we didn't get in trouble or anything, but, we didn't really think about it, so we just kept going. And so we get on the other side, and we're like, oh, we're the only people here. And we're just, like, holding hands because we're cool like that, you know, because we're in fucking 7th grade, and that's what you do.
You got to holding hands before marriage? Holy shit.
Yeah, I know. It's.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's NegNeg's story, and then there's mine. It's just kind of like levels, you know?
Yeah.
But, and then she makes the move, and just kind of like goes in for it. Yeah, the move. The fucking
So
move.
can you like explain to me what the move is exactly?
Just the lean in, you know?
Well, like,
the
how did this
initiation.
work, though? Like, were you like, so you were holding hands, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like,
Just kind of like
So
you know, like a lean over.
I'd imagine it's less of a lean in and more of like a, you know, like.
A good one. Holy shit,
so true.
bro.
So
It was so
no, maybe
fun.
you go for the knee bend, to bend down,
Yeah.
No, you know,
Get on his level, you know?
that.
just sit on the
Jesus
ground.
Christ. They were short too, so saved.
Dude.
Yeah, but they lean over, and it was not anything special. It was like maybe 5 seconds, just like a peck, basically. And then, everyone else came up, and then the teacher was like, yo, you're not supposed to, you just kind of left us. We were on the other side, like, looking for you guys, because we took roll, and we didn't know where you are. And so, don't say, I thought it was a blow.
Chat, that was a height joke.
How'd you,
That was very
That was a
clearly a
height
height joke.
that was
Yo,
very
chat.
clearly
You're a
height.
weird-
You're the weird ones.
Chat, you're weird.
Chat, you're the weird ones.
Oh no.
Pago. Okay.
Yeah, thanks for not saying 2 minutes. Yeah. I wouldn't say it was 2 minutes because I said it was 5 seconds.
Yeah.
But yeah, then the teacher got kind of angry because we went on ahead of the group, and apparently they got worried and thought we fell down the fucking cliff or something. Don't know how, because they watched us climb the ladder, and then watched us go over to the side, I assume, and just forgot. But yeah, that's the story. Kind of
So
not very exciting.
so what happened after that then? What was that? We need some little bit of like how the story ended.
That literally was that. Like, what do you mean how the story ended?
Like, did you go any further? Like, did you and this girl date? Like, what happened?
I'll get to that in the breakup story.
Okay. So
Okay. A little bit of spoilers, but hey, it's the journey that matters.
Spoilers?
Yeah,
Spoiled
no. Yeah, we're still together today, actually. It's kind of crazy.
Pog you. Nice.
Oh,
3
you.
3 years
He's
going
about-
strong.
He's about to break up with her on.
Sorry, facility, if you're watching.
Huge.
Sorry I had to do it this way. Man.
Stuff.
All right, Huda,
Alright.
let's hear it.
My story's not that interesting, but it's an okay story. So I was dating this girl. We met at a summer camp.
Classy.
Where it was just like one of those like sleepaway camps where you stay for like 2 weeks.
Mhm.
And this was like when I was the oldest in the oldest like group in the camp that you could possibly be. Like I think I was 13. You could be 13 or 14, but I'm like a year younger. So like I'm still 17 now, even though I graduated high school and shit. But yeah. So I was 13. Everyone else was 14 around me pretty much. So I just meet this girl. There's a little bit of a story for how we actually started dating, but we'll save that for later. But either way, I'm just dating this girl. But basically the story is, to set it up, she lives way far away from me, like 30 minutes away. 'Cause we went to
30
this camp.
minutes.
Long distance
yeah.
relationships, man.
Yeah, long distance. relationship,
Unfortunate.
You really went through the most, bro. I'm sorry.
Tough. Yeah. So whenever we would hang out, we basically could only actually hang out on the weekends because she lived so far away. And it's not like either of us could actually drive. So it was like we had to get our parents to drive us all the way over there. Most of the time we'd like meet halfway between, actually funnily enough, midway through was Atriox alma mater, ASU. So there was like a couple malls and stuff.
Wait.
Like,
You
You guys
ASU
went
with your
to
girlfriend
ASU.
When
I was-
was that at the point where Atriox was at ASU? You
No.
think?
He was.
But Ludwig was there. Ludwig would have been there, right?
Ludwig might have been there. I don't know.
Shit.
Wow.
No way.
Ludwig would have been a senior by then.
Mhm.
But yeah, so we'd always be there. There was like this
Do
mall
you
right
mind if
next
I ask
to.
their name, who that?
Do you want me to ask their actual name? No, I'm not gonna give you
No,
their
no,
actual
no.
name.
Clearly, no.
Your
Clearly,
fake
I
name.
didn't want their
Your
actual
fake
name. Who dat?
Faculty, right?
Oh, their fake name?
Was it faculty?
Yeah, faculty.
Right. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, so me and faculty, we always go to this. We either drive to each other's house or we go to this like outdoor mall thing. It's called Tempe Marketplace. They had like a movie
Tempe,
theater.
Tempe late night Tempe market.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, then we'd also go watch Tempe late night. There was this really weird cringe dude there. His name was Ludwig. He had a hole in his chest, and he was just very cringe and weird.
So true.
Actually, bring down the whole mood every time we go there. But
Why'd you keep going?
I don't know. I just felt something special about that guy. Like he might be rich one day or something, so I kept going there. Yeah. But anyway, this particular story.
I think I looked him up one time. I hear he only makes like $3,000 now, like a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah. True.
That's less than minimum
Yeah.
wage.
So
It's definitely no shot. That's less than minimum wage.
In Oh wait, I don't know what it is in
No.
Arizona.
No
In California, it might be.
In California, yeah.
yeah, but so at this point we're at my house, which was the better house to hang out because my house had the basement where we could kind of just like vibe, you know. And her house was like her parents would kind of just be sitting there just like watching us the whole time. So I'd be like, no, like literally what Neg is doing is what their dad would be doing. We'd just be chilling on the couch, like watching the movie, and the dad would just be staring because they had like a smaller house. So it was just like the living room and then the kitchen right there, and like that was it. And so we'd just be chilling. They'd just be sitting there watching us, be like, bro, like what am I even doing here? And then so we were at my house. We were just downstairs, just vibing, and we done this was like pretty far in the relationship, like at least like 2 months or so probably, and we still hadn't kissed yet. And I was like, yo, I just kind of she's one of those girls that's kind of like you just kind of have to do it, you know what I mean? Like she's not gonna be like, all right, it's time. So it was like I had to
take the lead.
I had to get rid of my stigma ways and just do it. So I remember we were watching Twilight, and I'd never seen it before.
Twilight.
And yeah,
Good
we were watching
choice.
Twilight, just sitting on the couch, and I was like,
And her dad is across the room staring at you.
"No,
not
we're
blinking the
this
whole
is
time.
this is my house. So we're chilling."
Except he
downstairs.
blinked once and he blinked sideways.
Yeah, so we're at my house, chilling in the basement. Twilight is on. It's like I don't remember anything that happens in Twilight after the scene where they're in the classroom and like the vampire dude walks in. I don't remember anything after that because after that, like when it got to that part, we were just chilling, you know, like talking whatever. And also I look, we're like, okay, so POV, you're her. We're chilling. Also I go like this, put my hand on her shoulder, I'm like.
Oh shit! That's smooth.
Damn.
That's so
Pull the
smooth.
shoulder,
Wow.
the rock. But even though I was pulling the rock, you know, the shoulder, I was like, I was still nervous. So I was like, all right, bro. I was like, all right, we gotta do it. We gotta do it. Here we go.
You did not say, bro.
But then I'm
You gotta
basically,
do
I
it.
was not actually, I'm saying that in my head.
Okay, good.
That's
And then,
kinda
so
weird.
in my head, I'm like this, but in my head, I'm freaking out. And then, so basically, kind of the same thing that Neg did, where I'm kind of just sitting there staring at her for like, it was probably more like 30 seconds. And then she was kind of just like, what? And then I was like, no, I just did it. I went in easily, clapped.
Go.
And it was like it wasn't even like a peck or anything, it was an actual good kiss. So,
Hey.
easy clap.
Let's go.
Good kids
And,
without WikiHow, no shots.
Yeah, no wiki.
I don't know how you
didn't
do
even
that.
Google it
How
before.
did you do that? You gotta tell me. Tell me after the
I don't know. I
podcast.
just, you know, stigma. Just is what it is.
Mhm.
Stigma's kids, they just don't do it that often, so you know.
Right.
But yeah, I have a couple more stories about her, but you know, maybe later in the
Yeah.
pod.
We can get to that. We've all told our first kiss stories. Now I think we can go. Are you still dating this person? Who dat?
No,
All right, so we've all broken up with
this
this.
is when I was in freshman year. Yeah,
So
Yeah.
everybody broke up with the person that they kissed first. Who would have thought?
Wow, crazy.
Wow.
I never could have
That
guessed.
is insane.
What an
Isn't
interesting
real, bro.
trend.
Love
Oh my
isn't
god.
real.
Evan even went to college and didn't do long distance. That's insane.
I know, right? Wow. Yeah, I guess we can move on to breakup stories. At least with mine for Felicity, it went pretty bad. So, here's the thing. We dated for about a year and a half, I think. Something like that. It was a really long time. And the first 5 months, right? All the way up until the kiss was amazing. We were so good. We're so positive, spent a lot of time together, had happy conversations. And then we kissed and it went downhill from there. Because then we realized how incompatible we were with each other.
You realized you just used WikiHow for that shit.
It's not because of WikiHow. It's
Evan,
not.
why don't you guys both just come together, WikiHow, how to keep the relationship together?
So true.
That's not, we didn't need that. Okay.
Pull to the garage, put it up. You'd be married
Bro.
today.
I
right.
really love envisioning just the whole fucking band, like Evan's concert band, just all coming together and handcrafting this sign for homecoming.
It was just the
I
flute
imagine
section.
it like a montage.
It's just the flute
It was the
section.
food section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, fun story. I was on the flute section, and there was a flute sleepover, and I was the only guy there, so that was kind of pog. Anyways, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Actually, that's how I got to know Felicity a little bit better.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was working my way
Was
up
it
there.
also in the flute section?
Mm-hmm. We were both flutes.
How did she not know that you were making the sign?
What? Oh,
You
we
just, like,
kept it.
had her make it, and
We made it in front of her. No, it's obviously behind her back. Obviously. Come on.
I mean, it was the whole flute section you said, so.
No, it was like a couple of upperclassmen. Not the whole flute section. It wasn't like a group activity. We didn't get together and it's like, let's make Evan a sign.
Do that instead of class.
Yeah. By the way, flute, I'll say it. Flute's the worst instrument. Get out while you can. Okay, flute sucks. Actually trash. Trombone's where it's at. Any boner gang? Yo, boner gang for life.
Any
It's
boner gang? What?
so much. Well, you don't know boners? That's what you call trombones in band. That's just the
Don't say I
slang,
don't
the
understand.
lingo.
That's why band
Nathan,
that's why
Nathan,
band
don't-
kids
I guess
are just
I'm calling a misgift on that one. I've not heard of it.
Yeah.
This is actually a thing. This is actually, if you ask anyone in band, they will know what you're talking about if you mention a
maybe
boner.
that's why I didn't talk to people in band.
That's fucking based in a half. Yeah, I mean, I saw some videos of you playing trombone on your YouTube channel.
Yeah. Oh, right. That was like for a school assignment or something. Yeah.
Mhm.
I got bars.
Nice and
Right?
great.
I'm really
Yeah,
good.
It was
really
great.
good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Band is really just a lot of fingering and blowing. Really, that's all band is.
Okay, dude.
Not wrong.
No, it's true. It's true. Okay, listen. You guys are making it weird. You guys are
back,
making
to
it
the,
weird.
back to the story, please.
Back to the story.
Okay, I was a middle school band kid, but I wasn't a high school. I'm not a high school band kid. I feel like that.
There's a
Yeah,
difference.
There's a huge difference.
Being in band or choir in middle school, that's kind of like cool, Sigma.
Yeah.
Once in high school, L nerd.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Facts.
Instant term.
Because
Also, thank
thing
you,
is-
Noger, for the raid. Thank you.
the thing is, I would have done it too, but for whatever reason at my school, I think it's because they just didn't have enough participants. If you wanted to do band in high school, you had to do marching band as well. And I did not want to do.
So here's
fucking
the
marching
spectrum.
band.
This is regular concert band, and then this is marching band. You know? It's
No,
like-
that's
like-
high
it's
school
like
band.
some-
Neg
it's
marching
like
band is
somewhere down here, like on the terms of the social scale.
No,
people
no,
you want to talk
that's
to.
high school band. Man, marching band's much lower.
You're missing an important part, right? Concert band, high school band, marching band, jazz band, all the way down here.
Oh.
Degenerates.
Weren't you in jazz?
I was in jazz band, yes. I would know. But yeah, so okay, back to the story. Me and Felicity had been dating for a year and a half. It was terrible. We realized how incompatible we were with each other. Since this was both our first relationship, we just thought it was
a year and a half.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
We
Just
thought
hating each other.
yes.
That's insane.
We thought it was normal to argue every other day. We're like, oh, that's just like relationship stuff. We'll get stronger because of it. Sometimes you grow over the course of an argument, but not if it's every other day. That's a problem.
And not if you're in
Correct.
high school and it's your first relationship.
Yeah, definitely not. So there was this band event. It was a jazz band field trip. And Felicity wasn't in jazz band, but she volunteered to go on it so she could spend time with me. And that was really sweet of her. She volunteered to be a librarian. So she'd like file music and stuff. And we were on this jazz band trip, and I basically Donowalled her the entire trip. Like, we basically didn't spend any time together. I think the only, like, time we spent together was in a cave. We went on a field trip to a cave, and it was dark, and then we made out in the cave. Like, that's it. That's all we did. After that, there was a dinner. This is like
That reminds me of Buddha on the Pirates of the Caribbean, right?
What?
Wait, what? Did he make out with someone?
I don't think he made out on that ride.
Wow. Oh, is that why the stream cut
Especially
out?
because he was sitting with his dad.
Yeah, I
You
was sitting
clearly
next to
weren't
my
You're
watching
sitting
after
with
the
his
stream ended,
dad.
man. You weren't watching after
Okay,
the
dude.
stream ended.
Or weird psychic.
Okay, let it be known, Hydromaniac MT, it's not Ludwig stream in the background, it's Aatrox, okay? There's a difference, okay?
Mhm.
Big
Yep.
difference.
There is a difference.
Yeah. So we were sitting.
Yours-
Oh, sorry. Okay. So we were sitting at dinner. And this is the second to last day, and we just weren't talking to each other. Like, we sat next to each other, but Felicity was talking with her friends, and I was talking with mine, and we basically ignored each other the entire time. And a couple of times I wanted to talk to her, but she was like, "Oh, sorry, I'm busy talking with Katie or whatever. Sorry, I'm busy talking with Gina." And so just halfway through, I decided, like, you know, fuck it, this isn't worth it. I just, like, turned to her and I'm like, "Hey, I think we should break up." And then she was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay." So,
Big middle fingers
And-
screamed, "Fuck you!" in the middle of it.
it was bad on my part because she volunteered to go on this field trip. Like, she wasn't in jazz band. I took her on this trip and broke up with her on it. So yeah.
I mean,
I'm really good at it.
I feel like the important part that you left out, that you just kind of like look over and makes you look much less bad, is that you were like, "Yeah, I think we should talk about it," and then she said no.
Well, yeah, but that's been happening a lot. That was nothing out of the norm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you can't be like, "Oh, yeah," you can't be like, "Yeah, it's my fault." You just like wouldn't talk about it.
You never hear the breakups from the villain's perspective. I was more the hero of that story, really. You know, I was the
Heroes
one
don't
who
call themselves heroes.
had the bravery to do it, you know. I was the one who pulled the trigger, and that's, you know, pulling a trigger is a very heroic thing to do. So yeah, that was my breakup story. Break up with her on the field trip. Yeah.
Don't do that, Dad.
Alright.
Don't
Classic.
do that.
Here, I'll tell mine, because mine's very not that interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
So, alright, this is faculty, okay? Same girl from before.
Faculty. Yep.
And basically the whole problem was just that we live so far away and still we couldn't drive. Like, we dated for like almost, I think it was around like 9 months or so when we stopped dating. And I was like, so we'd have to text each other, obviously, to like go wherever we were trying to go. Like if it was Tempe Marketplace or our house or whatever. And then one time I was kind of just like, it was like New Year's when I was like, man, I don't really like this girl. I was like, it was just tough, you know what I mean? I was like, yikes.
Yikes.
And then so
New
I
Year's.
slowly stopped hanging out with her. Like everyone, like sometimes I'd like be like every other week instead of like every week. And then one time it just went like 3 weeks without talking to her. And then she was like, "Ayo, what's up?" Or not without talking to her, without actually hanging out. And then one time, and then she was like, "Ayo, want to talk?" And I was like, "Yeah, we should probably break up." And she was like, "Damn." I was like, "Yeah, tough." She was like, "But we can still be friends, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, we can still be friends and stuff and chill." And I never talked to her again.
Nice.
So,
That's not a
Yep.
base. Classic. We should still be friends.
and then she ended up, right now she's been dating this other dude for like a long ass time, who's basically she got red pilled. Basically, is what happened. So tough.
Tough.
Yikes.
Yikes!
I also have a red pill story.
By yourself?
No, clearly not, bro. That's a Neg and turtle thing.
Magneg is a
No,
racist. That
I
is
think
confirmed.
you would take
That's
me
not
out
true.
of that one and just leave Turtle
Why would I do that though?
because that's the truth.
Hiding
I mean,
the
we all
truth.
heard the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah, you guys
especially
all
me,
heard the
because I was
podcast.
here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
No,
everyone
Psychic's
heard that.
talking about something he wasn't there. How could you? Know?
I was there, clearly. Evan remembers, right? Evan, I was there.
He was in Twitch
That's
chat or
true.
something. Yeah.
No, I was in the call. Check the bud.
Or anyway,
Check the ball.
Psychic.
Yeah.
Tell your
Is it my
story.
turn, or do you want to go first?
You can go
Okay,
first.
so very similar to Evan's, right?
Oh, on another field trip? What's with you and field trips, man?
Yeah, you
Psychic
say
field
another.
trip, Andy.
No. It's the same one. Oh, okay.
Wait, you broke up with
Maybe-
this girl on the same field trip?
Maybe 3 hours later. Maybe.
Oh.
No. She made a short joke. And get the no, she's way shorter than me. Like considerable amount shorter than me.
Bro, you
which
broke
is
up with her over a
insane.
short joke? No shot, bro.
Which is
You're
insane.
kidding me.
How fragile is your ego,
That's
guy?
Great.
Oh my
Evan?
god, you're
Shut
kidding.
the fuck up.
Oh
No
my-
way. Wait, that was that it? Seriously, she just made a short
So-
joke?
That was the
I
last
pushed
straw.
her off the
Oh,
cliff.
Okay.
Haven't heard from her
What?
since. In a video
Wow.
game, so.
In a video game, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's.
Is that actually your story?
I didn't
You broke
push
up
her
with
off a
this-
cliff,
You
but-
broke
You broke up with her
over a
because she
short
called you joke. Or because she called you short.
It was more me realizing, wow, she isn't funny.
Okay.
Because it wasn't a good joke. It wasn't Evan being like, yeah, and then they leaned down. It was like, look at that tree. That tree's taller than you, am I right? Little W.
Good
That's
one.
so
Actually,
funny.
Good one! Yo!
Good one.
Facility
Yo,
sounds
good
like a facility. Yo, she do stand up? Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Bro.
Yeah, where's facility?
Fucking Tempe late night during that story.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
she
She's the one who brought
She does stand up.
after Ludwig bombed, she would come back and get everyone hyped up again.
true.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm sure. Neg, your story?
All right, well, here's where the sigma energy ends and the
Sag,
sag
you're
energy
Sag.
starts.
Get your Sages ready, chat.
Get your
Feels
sag
bad,
ready.
man.
Your sag is ready. People know the feeling. You know, it was probably it was 2 days before the end of school of my
No.
junior year.
Wow.
2 days before the end of school, and I'm just chilling. It was a Sunday, like any other Sunday. I'm chilling.
Not on
And
Sunday.
before dinner, I get this text on my phone, Snapchat.
Snap
black-
notice.
It is a black screen from my girlfriend that says, "We need to talk." Oh, you know when you see that, you know when
You
you
hate
see
to
that.
see that.
Dude, at this
It-
point, just snap her, be like, "Hey, yo, I get it, bro."
So,
Okay.
so she was like, "When can you pick me up? When can we talk?" And I was like, "I'm gonna eat dinner first, and then I'll come pick you up." And
Neg, it's not you, it's me. I just feel like we're separate but equal.
that's not what happened. That's actually not what happened.
She actually got an Ancestry.com thing done, and she found out she's actually 25% African. Neg, no shot after that. She was gone. She
Yeah,
was
you
gone.
can stop passing this narrative. You know, it's not real. It's kind of fake.
Why would
What's the truth?
Well,
Yeah.
let me just go back to the story. All right, let's forget about all the other.
Okay, fine.
So,
Yeah, just forget about all the history. Let it all die.
so here's the thing, right? I go to pick her up at dinner. I feel awful. I know what's coming. Like I know.
Wait,
I'm
wait,
just
wait,
sitting
wait.
there.
can she not drive?
She's younger than me. So I was 16.
Oh, okay.
I had my license.
You picked her up to get
Yeah.
broken up with.
Yeah,
Oh no.
so
friend.
I was eating my
No
dinner,
shit.
and I was like,
Wait,
okay,
and
mom and dad, I'm gonna go hang out
bring her
with.
back.
I'm gonna just let me get. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. all right?
Oh no.
We'll get to that.
Oh.
All right. So
Yeesh, bro.
what was the dinner? I couldn't tell you because I was so sad. I was already so sad before I picked her up.
And bro, wait, you thought everything was fine? All of a sudden, out of nowhere, she was like, "We gotta talk." That tough, bro. No.
I was
No.
feeling it. I was feeling it.
Yikes, bro.
And so I eat dinner. I'm like, Mom and Dad, I'm gonna go hang out with what's a joke name?
Let's scroll up. Chat had some other ones.
Fascism?
Joe.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's a classic.
Facsimile.
Facsimile.
Yes.
Yeah,
Facsimile.
facsimile. So I go to pick up facsimile. And, you know, I pull up at her house,
I pull up.
as you do, and I text her here. And
Your Uber has arrived.
she walks out, doesn't wave at me, gets in the car.
Oof.
And I was like, where do you want to go? She's like, just take us somewhere like we could just talk. And I was like, okay. So I take her down to this park
It's
that
in
we
the
used.
back seat. Doesn't talk to you.
No, not in the
Text
back
you where to
seat.
go.
Not the back seat, bro. Okay.
Okay, good. At least you didn't chauffeur her around.
No, she was in the front seat.
Okay, good.
But she gets in the car, and I go to this park that we used to go to a lot on the lake where, you know, there was really good sunsets and stuff. So it was probably like 6. The sun wasn't setting, but it was starting to get low. And we head there, and the whole ride is silent. No speaking, no nothing.
This reminds me of another story.
All you can hear is
Riding
Post
with
Malone.
her in a car.
Post Malone is playing. I'm trying to think of what song it is. Post Malone is just playing very quietly.
Just
in the
bump in
car.
congratulations.
I don't think it was congratulations. I think it was a sadder song.
When was this? Like, how long ago was
It was
this?
my junior year, so 3 years ago
I'm trying to
Okay.
think of what.
when I was 7. No, wait. No, I was 6. Yeah, I was 16, so 3 years ago.
Should have played Drake to save the relationship. Yeah.
Yeah, true. But we drive there in silence. We pull up. I pull up in the park. It's a park, so like I pull up in the grass, kind of like a parking spot, and I stop, put the car in park, turn the car off, and before she even says anything, I'm bawling like a baby. I am crying. I am crying my eyes out. I'm like,
Oh no.
She goes, I'm sorry. She's like, I'm sorry. She starts kind of crying too. She's like, I'm sorry.
Sad.
Like things just aren't working out or something like that. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like everything's been good. And I was like, we just haven't had time to see each other recently. And I'm like, but we can make that happen. The summer's coming up. We have time to be together. And she's like, yeah, well, you know, like I just feel like we should be apart at least for a little bit. And
No, she hit you with the at least for a little
yeah,
bit.
so
Gave you a little bit of hope.
she says that. How long were we together? We were together for like a year. So and she was my first girlfriend, so I got really attached to her, obviously.
Yeah.
Because it's the first time you really kind of feel that you know, the feeling of love. So, especially when you're with someone that you really like and that you really feel like you bond with. So, I really, 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 really cared
Why
about
you to
it.
come back, twitch.tv/NegNeg, slide back in there if you want to continue the relationship. I know you said it's been a little while.
I actually
It's been
saw her
2 years,
today.
but,
I actually saw her today.
Wait, what?
back
Oh,
in?
wait. What's this story?
I saw her
back in?
I saw her at the fair today that I went to.
Oh, no way.
Oh.
Easy.
But
Back in.
all I said to her was like, "Hey, what's up?" And she's like, "Oh, not much." And then we walked by. We were just like walking past each other.
And then you said, yeah, I'm going to talk about you on
Choke
the
the
internet
bag.
today in front of
No,
thousands.
I did
That's
not
fun,
say
huh?
that. I did not say
Choke the
it. Anyway, back to the story. You know, I'm crying in the car. It's bad. I don't think I've ever cried.
Wait. Did you go to the fair today with someone?
Yeah, one of my friends.
Oh, cringe.
Okay.
Not with a girl, but just like with one of my friends
Yeah.
that's a dude. So it was. I'm in the car bawling. She's next to me in the passenger seat, and she's like, "All right, well, we're kind of done talking," and then she's like, "Do you want me to get out?" And I'm like, "No, I'll drive you home. And because I cannot fathom the fact of leaving this girl who I still, mind you, love a lot. Like in the moment, I love her a lot. I'm not gonna just leave her like at this park. It's probably like a 20-minute walk from her house. I was like, okay, I'll take you home. So I'm driving home.
Get the fuck out and then just
No.
pedal to the metal.
But I was just driving home. Mind you, I can't see like anything while I'm driving. I am
Still
crying.
tears
I'm
dripping down your
crying.
face.
Everything is blurry. Everything is blurry. So
And you got
I
into a car crash.
well, I did not get into a car crash, mind you.
Had to get windshield wipers for your eyeballs. Oof.
Yeah, but so I'm driving her home, and so I have to. It's a decent distance away, and we're just silent. And I put something on. I put some song on. I don't know, just to like so it wasn't so
Her
awkward.
favorite song, try to get her back.
No, I did not do that. But
Played
we go-
Grind,
Favorite song.
a parody of Mask.
I take her home, all right, and she's getting out of the car, and before she gets out of the car, I just say, "I love you."
Oh no.
Oh,
no. I was
dude.
Oh. And then she just stonewalled it? Just
No,
left?
she was like, I think she said something back. I think she might have said, "I love you too," or like, "I'm sorry," or something
Opium.
like that. But I said it, so now I have to drive home and do the walk of shame. I'm still bawling my eyes out on my way back to my house. And in hindsight, I probably just should have found somewhere to park and cried. But I came home and I pulled up, and my parents knew immediately something was wrong because I had left like 20 minutes before, and I am already back.
Mhm.
So I pull into the driveway. I come inside. I'm just covered in tears. My face is red. I'm sad. And my parents, console me. And I go up to my room. And I just lay on my bed for a while. But the story gets better, right? Because
Oh, okay.
after this,
Come on.
right, I have to go to school the next day.
I
I have to go to school the next
Shit.
day.
I forgot about that part.
Oh,
So-
Lord.
No.
There's 2 days left of school, right? And
Wait, are you
my-
in classes with her?
No, I'm not in classes
Oh,
with her.
Oh, thank
But-
God.
Oh,
My
yeah, she's-
locker,
Younger.
my locker is filled with pictures and stuff that she's made me.
Okay.
Oh,
So I have to
Oh, nice.
empty out my locker of all of the things,
No,
right?
you know the worst
and
part about that?
nobody at school knew, right? Mind you, no, this didn't get around very fast that we had broken up. So somebody said something to me in the middle of the day.
You
I don't know.
started crying in class?
I started crying.
Oh,
I was like, I broke down. I was like,
oh, no.
oh.
Not in
oh,
class, bro.
It wasn't in class. It was at lunch, I think.
I don't, oh.
No. The
no.
worst part about it is you're cleaning out your locker 2 days before school ends.
Mhm.
So the next day you would have been doing that shit anyway, and you just have to clean out all the pictures and stuff
Yeah.
she made you a day early.
Yeah, so I actually skipped the last day of school because my parents let me.
No, it broke you up that
So
much.
Easy. Every day off school.
Progress.
Let's go.
Yeah, school the last day. There
So
wasn't
a happy
even
ending.
They were having a volleyball tournament on the last day of school, and I didn't get to play in it because I was just absolutely destroyed.
Man.
Absolutely destroyed. And I go home after that. I bring all the stuff home. So we had this book, and you know how like in Up there was like that adventure book thing. I had something similar to that with pictures of us.
Okay, a
And-
scrapbook.
Oh.
It was like a scrapbook. Yeah.
Oh man,
Right.
this just gets worse. Stop, man.
So
Did you burn it?
Yeah.
no, I did not burn it. I have all of the stuff because obviously I don't hate her, and I still care for her a lot. I don't love her, but I still care about it, right? Because when you love someone, and they don't really do it. She didn't really do anything bad to me.
20 years old, man. You're old now. Move on.
No, I'm just saying like
Getting told that by Psychic is just oof.
no, but like Psychic, you wouldn't understand.
say
Psychic,
told that by
Psychic, you
Psychic.
wouldn't understand. You wouldn't
I
understand.
called him old.
You wouldn't understand.
He's 20.
You wouldn't understand. You wouldn't understand.
If you call me
Psychic.
young, I can call Magneg old.
Psychic, you wouldn't understand. What the fuck, NegNeg is 20? Yeah, I'm 20. Anyway, Psychic, you wouldn't understand. Listen, like when you really care about somebody, it hits different. And so I'm just gonna continue my story into another story that involves the same person after we broke up.
Okay.
So the next school year rolls around, right? And like, we're friends then. Like we got back on like a speaking relationship where like we were friends and stuff. Like I would see her at school and talk to her and stuff. But eventually I find out she is talking to someone on the soccer team that I play with. And I am
Wow.
I'm absolutely livid because this is a person that I consider myself to be friends with. And everybody knows in the bro code, you do not date someone who your friend has dated. Like that is a no-go, especially if they broke up.
Especially not right after.
Yes.
Yeah, give it some time at least.
This is like 2 months later. This is like 2 months
too
after.
soon. Too soon.
Too soon. It gets worse, chat. It gets worse. So
You gotta give
mind
it.
you,
You have
she
to give
keeps-
it the length of the relationship.
they are
That's the
talking
goal.
about her in front of me by using a code name. They called her Pine.
Oh,
They were talking
wow.
about her right in front of me.
Wait, that's so scummy. Oh my gosh.
They're all hiding it from you, dude. That's
Yeah.
Wait,
They're all
they call
hiding it
her
from me?
what?
All right. So Then-
Lord. Oh.
But then, I realized, right? I was on the way to a soccer game, an away game that was probably like an hour away, and the guy who was doing it just decided to be an absolute asshole to me, and tells me right there, and he's like, "Yeah, like he said something mean to me. I don't know what it was, but he's like, yeah, you're just so shit. Like you wouldn't deserve her anyway." And I was like,
Who says that?
Mind you, I did not cry this time at the first. Like when he said that, I did not cry. But I played the game, right? And I played awful. I played absolutely awful. It was like one of the worst games of my career. I did terrible.
Your
So
high school soccer career.
yeah. Well, I actually had a pretty goated high school soccer career, but that's for another day. So I get back on the bus, and I'm like, I asked somebody in the there was a senior who was sitting at the front of the bus because he just wanted to chill, and I was like, bro, can I switch seats with you? I don't want to sit at the back of the bus next guy. And he's like, sure. So I switch to the front of the bus. I sit down, and I'm sitting with all the underclassmen, and I start crying. I'm like,
Not the 3 times.
it gets worse. It gets
Neg
worse.
crying
It gets worse.
TM.
No, shut it.
You go, okay? How does it get worse?
Yeah.
You've told
It gets worse.
way so much already.
It gets worse. It gets
How-
worse.
This is some wiki
It
hack
gets
type
worse.
shit. It's
It gets
worse.
worse because she lies to
No.
me. She lies to me and she tells me that this isn't a thing and they're not together, right?
Oh my gosh.
So
okay.
I go to homecoming, which is probably like 3 or 4 weeks after.
Mhm.
I go to homecoming, and I went with this girl. Like, I guess I kind of liked her, but like it wasn't anything too serious. And she had already said that she would like come and hang out with me for a little bit at the dance, like just chill for a little bit, like dance. I was like, okay, sure. And then I go to the dance, right? And she is with this dude at the dance the entire time, grinding on him, kissing him, all this shit right in front of me, like right in front of me. And I am pissed. I am absolutely livid. I'm absolutely livid.
Match, actually.
I keep going, but I keep
That is
going.
a match.
I keep my cool. I keep my cool until the final 15 minutes of the night.
Oh,
She comes
no.
over. She comes over to dance with me.
Bro,
Huh?
why?
Dance.
Huh? Just
She
adding
comes over
insult to
dance with me.
injury?
She just acts
Like rubbing
I guess
salt
she
in
just
the
doesn't
wound?
know.
Wow.
I guess she just
Neg,
doesn't
neg,
know.
no.
She,
Oh
she comes
my
over to
God.
me, right? And like at first I didn't realize who it was, and I was just chilling, and I look over, and I see her, and I freeze. I actually freeze. I just stopped dancing. I'm just there. I'm just like what? Like what are you doing? What are you doing? And like I start crying.
Oh no!
At homecoming. At homecoming.
No!
At homecoming on the dance floor.
I'm
I
just-
am
This is
crying.
who that
I am
was.
crying.
Phineas Crick.
Oh my god!
I'm just gonna assume every time you tell a story, it just ends with you crying. Oh man.
No, what?
I'm
the-
crying
And
on
the
the
best part
dance
is
floor.
it's not even every time he tells a story, it's the same story.
Listen.
Oh my god!
I'm
man.
an emotional dude. I won't lie. I won't hold it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's just who I am.
Based.
But Neg, you just had to be that one guy. Shut the fuck up. All right.
There is always
Listen,
that one guy, bro.
Like, so she does that. My date looked at me.
Pause. There were multiple. Okay, at my fucking middle school dance, multiple people. I leave and I'm just so fucking bored. Like it's the shittiest setup I've ever seen in my life, because all of the kids on the so it's put together by like the student government, and all of the kids on the student government are just like rich, pretentious, fucking Christian white kids, and I don't think they've ever had fun, ever. And so they had a fucking heaven-themed dance. I am not joking. It
You
is
go
a
to-
heaven.
Heaven.
You go to public school?
What do you mean you go to don't
Do you
Do you go to public
Yes.
school? And they had a heaven-themed dance?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Bro,
Wow.
it's insane. And it's so boring,
Yeah,
so I
bro,
leave early.
prayers in the middle.
And as I leave, I'm going up the hallway at least 10 kids. And I go to a small school, right? Like, I'm in a small town, and so my school maybe throughout the whole middle school, like all grades, maybe 350 people. And there's at least 10 kids just all in this one hallway bawling. In fucking middle school, bro.
Oh, what?
One of the kids that's bawling went to the dance with his sister.
Oh. Yikes. That's...
He's crying.
Oh,
Oh no, that's... I don't even want to know what happened there.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
man.
here's the my story's not quite over. It's the story that keeps
Oh,
on
no,
giving.
no, shut
It's the story that keeps on giving.
I have a good
So-
story
So, you know,
after this.
I'm crying on the dance floor. My date comes over to me. She goes, actually, I didn't start crying until my date
Shit,
came up to
and,
me.
And you had another fucking date.
Yeah, I was with a date. So,
Oh,
no, but I was like, okay, so I saw her. I just stared at her because she walked away. My date comes up to me. She goes, "Are you okay?" And I start crying. That's actually what happened. This is the real story. She goes, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, I'm not okay. I'm not okay." I start crying, and she comes over and she hugs me, and I cry on her shoulder.
People happy.
And you know,
That's
there's
sweet.
that. But then I'm like, okay, I need to go sit down. So I walk over. In my school, there's like the cafeteria's in the middle of the school, and there's two like sets of stairs on both sides. So the dance in the cafeteria, I go one of the sides of the stairs where like the exit is, and I sit down, and I'm crying, and like I could see all of my friends in a group, and they're all standing there talking to each other, trying to figure out what happened to make me this upset. They're all standing there, and mind you, even after that, I have to drive this girl home. And not only do I have to drive this girl home, I have to drive her and her sister home.
Oh.
So,
Bro, it's worse because you're crying over a different girl. Like, you have a date.
but we
you're crying over a
weren't serious.
different
Me and
girl.
this girl weren't serious. We just kind of went as friends.
Mm.
So,
Oh, okay, that's fair.
I mean, it wasn't anything too serious. So, I have to drive this girl home. And, sad boy vibes. I drive her home. And I'm like, after she gets out of the car, I'm like, I'm sorry that I ruined the night on me.
Sad boy vibes, blasting
Yeah.
that posty, driving her home.
Alpin brings up a good point. At some point, you just have to pretend like you can't drive to avoid these things.
I like driving, so that's the problem.
Mm.
I'm a big driving fan. And everybody knows that. I feel like everybody knows that.
Not a driving enjoyer.
How come?
At least Neg is self-aware. True.
Tell me that's the end of it. Tell me there's nothing sad after that.
I think there's definitely other sad stuff after that, but like that's like the end of me and her.
Okay.
But yeah, I drove home. Actually, I drove around after homecoming by myself, and I just threw on some sad boy shit, and I was just driving around in the middle of the night, like pondering the biggest questions in life.
Why has God forsaken us? Why did this girl leave me?
That's my breakup story. And chat, I hope none of you ever have to go through something like that.
Sag.
Sages.
Well,
Chat will never
everybody
have to
else-
go through anything like that because they will never, ever have a partner. So it's fine.
True. I'm not Sigma like
Okay.
my friends.
On a lighter note, I can tell some stories about relationships that never started. You wanna move on to something happier, because that was just sadness after sadness. Like, oh man, I feel bad for you. I hope you're doing well, Neg. You can always talk to us. Don't worry. But yeah, we can move on to. I've got like a lot lined up. This podcast.
Real quick, fucking threw up.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Cool. You're back though.
Oh fuck! I unplugged my headset.
You better be back. We can talk about, because I have a lot more stories to tell.
Am I right? Holy shit, that was funny. Okay, what's happening?
I'm gonna tell a couple more stories about. This
Here,
time is
wait.
about a relationship that almost happened but never did. Yeah. What?
So here, can I want to tell a story first because I think you have like insane stories lined up.
I have a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sure. You can go
I
first.
want to tell. So this was starting in 8th grade and going through the summer before high school.
Mhm.
And so me and this girl were friends already. Like, we hang out in groups and shit with just like a big group of friends. And so eventually, like, towards the end of the year, it wasn't towards the end of the year. It was like the middle of the year before COVID hit and shit. Because we were still in person. We started talking a little bit, like, as a relationship, like, not as friends. And so we still hang out a lot and shit. Just because we're in the same friend group. And we just go, like, walk around town and go eat. And so eventually COVID happens, and there's like a month and a half, 2 months where we like text and shit, but we just like, we don't go out and see each other or anything because of COVID, obviously. And so I think 2 months into COVID, we had a bonfire at her house, and me and my group of friends had all been, we had kept all of our school papers throughout middle school, and we went and just burned them because we were bored, and that, you know, fuck
As
school,
you do.
And so
Yeah, fuck
yeah,
school, yeah.
yeah. And so we went and burned all of our school papers. And that night, we were at her house maybe till like 2 a.m. or some shit. And it's like a small ass town, so we could just walk home. And so I go back to my house. The next day, she's like, yo, wanna hang out? And I'm like, yeah. And so we go hang out. We just go, it's just us. And we go to the park. And we just talk for a little bit, nothing really happens. And then she's like, do you wanna watch the sunset tomorrow? I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. That sounds fun. And so I go to, there's just like this one hill in our town, by the college, that's just like, I don't know, it's just kind of like a spot that everyone goes to. It's like the highest point in the town without you having to go out of town. And we watch the sunset. We're doing all the classic shit. We're cuddling, holding hands, all that stuff. And so then, I do the classy maneuver of asking for consent to kiss.
Hell yeah.
Very classy.
Yeah,
Very
my
classy.
man.
And so, we kiss, not like, again, not anything special. And
then you pushed her off a cliff.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
A second time.
Same person. Yeah, still facility, obviously. So
Uh-huh.
push her off the cliff and that. But afterwards we go back home. We're staying up just texting and shit. And then, a couple more weeks, maybe a month go by, where we don't hang out or anything because of COVID still. And shit's kind of like, this is after like stuff died down for a little bit and then started resurfacing again for the first time, like the first time it resurfaced. And so after this month, we hang out again, just us at her house, and her parents weren't there or anything.
Nice.
So we're just like in a room hanging out, and we get to we say the shit, man. We get to the I love you moment, you know? Kind of.
Whoa.
How long have you been with?
amazing.
Wait, hang on. How long had you been talking to this person?
5 months at this point, 6 months.
Okay.
Fair.
I'll allow it.
And so,
You got to the I love you.
and then
Dude, that's like third base.
2 days later, so she has just this one friend who, like, they're basically inseparable. Like, they just hang out constantly. No fucking clue how they're not sick of each other entirely. But her friend texts me and tells me that she is talking to someone from, like, the next town over, like, 45 minutes away. And it's been happening since like the Sunset Story, so like a month and a half. And this kid is 2 years older than her. She's 14 and this kid's 16 at this point. And she can't drive, but there's a bus to that town. And she has the audacity, so her parents aren't just gonna let her like, because it's not during the ski season or anything, so her parents aren't just gonna let her like take the bus to CB, which is the next town over, to just like hang out by herself. She has the audacity to ask me to go to CB on the bus with her so that she can go and see him.
What the fuck?
Wow.
After that, I'm just like kind of pissed. I just like, I probably cried once or twice, for no fucking reason. Like,
It's okay, King.
it's literally no reason at all because I didn't even care. I cared, but it was more. It was more or less
Okay.
just like,
Kobe,
oh,
I didn't care.
it was just like working myself up over nothing. It was just like, oh fuck, I don't even like, bro, I'm not crying. Like I probably, did I really like him if I'm not even crying and shit, and like just being stupid, like middle school shit. And then, so she stops talking to that guy. I still don't know why. I assume it was because he was 16 and he like tried to take it to the next level and she just wasn't comfortable with that.
For weird?
And then, you know who she starts dating next?
Your best friend?
She starts dating fucking red-pilled Andy, whose older brother is her older sister's fiance.
Wait.
It's
Oh, what?
mhm.
I think
it was that red pill.
I think you dodged a bullet there.
It's a red-pilled, man. Yeah.
Whew. Okay.
Yikers.
Yikers.
Yeah, it doesn't have, bro.
Guys, no circles, no circles. Wow, yeah. I think you got out of that one good. Like, it's a good thing.
Yeah,
Cool.
probably.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Transitioning. Happier times, happier stories. We've had
Happy.
happy stories.
Happy.
Yo, who wants to hear a happy story? Before I start, Huda, do you have any more short stories you want to share?
Nah, I'm good.
All right, because I've got 3 lined up. This podcast might go a little overtime, so
That's fine.
I've got a couple of good ones. This is the story about. My friends might remember this. This is a very strange period in my life, but it's definitely something I'll never forget. We like to call it the Khan story. So, there was this girl named Khan. But I didn't know her at the time, okay? So, just imagine I'm sitting at home and I'm watching YouTube on my phone. And I get a text from an unknown number, like area codes from around where I live. So I know they live near me. And it's a picture of a knife. And then the caption is, "Knife to meet you." And I was like, okay, that's a crazy first message to get. So
And no,
That's
wait,
amazing.
how the fuck did they find your number?
no, I'll get to that. Unknown number. They texted me, "Knife to meet you," and I was like, okay, wow, what an opener. So I started texting this person back. I was like, okay, who's this? And they kept sending me pictures. They kept sending me pictures with a pun. It was like maybe she'd send, I forget, like a tomato, and it was like, "Nice tomato meet you" or something. Like she like it was just pictures and then a pun.
Fuji, we don't talk about that shit. We want to forget that.
And I was curious, okay? Probably a dumb idea to engage with this person, but I just texted back and I started sending back puns, and it was like 2 hours. And I was like trying to figure out who this person is, because they would not stop. It's just picture after picture, pun after pun, starting with "Knife to meet you." And I started asking my friends, I was like, do you guys know who this person is? Does anyone know this number? I sent it to all of my friends. Literally no one knew. So I went to school the next day, and I started talking to some band people, because, I was in band.
Band people.
There was a percussionist, and her name was Chantal. Chantal shows up in the 3rd story. So Chantal, I talked to Chantal, I was like, do you know this number? And she's like, she checked her phone, and she's like, oh, that's Khan. And I'm like, Khan, who is this? I had never heard of this girl ever. Apparently, Khan was one of Chantal's friends, who was the president of this club called Key Club. So Key Club is a volunteering club at my high school. And you know how in the very beginning of school, like the first week, there's Club Rush, where you go, your first week of school, you sign up for a bunch of clubs, and then you like sign up and you never talk back to them again. I signed up for a bunch of clubs, and on the registration, you write your name and your phone number. And so that's how she got my number. She just randomly, and this is not an isolated incident.
So weird.
I know. She did this to like everyone on the list. She would just text random people from the club without an introduction, with knife to meet you. I was like, okay, that's crazy. I'm gonna get her back for this.
She used all the same puns in all the same order for everyone.
Yep. I think I'm basically the only one that indulged her. I'm pretty sure other people blocked her, which is the smart thing to do. But I was like, okay, Chantal, you need to work with me here. Give me Khan's schedule, okay? Give me Khan's schedule. So Chantal subtly asked Khan the next day. The day after that, she hands me her schedule, and I'm like, all right. For the next month, 30 days, every time Khan went to a different class, in between the periods, I would run up to her and I would take a picture with her and be like, ha, nice to meet you. Like for every single day, just trying to harass the shit out of her in between the classes to get her back. Like I'd go up to her like in the worst.
Isn't a joke, Evan.
This was Atria.
She sent me knife to meet you. I think I had a reason to do it.
Evan was stalking this girl. This is the Atrioc precursor.
It's not. No, this is not where it started.
The training mission.
Yeah, the training.
For Atrioc.
The tutorial.
The tutorial. But eventually we actually started to become friends. Like I would just like go to her class. Sometimes even like I had a class where the teacher would make me do something, and it just so happened I had to deliver some paper to that class. So I'd go to her class and be like, oh, hey, Khan, what's up? And like hug her and then leave like as if nothing happened. So we actually started talking and like texting.
Hugged?
I know, hug. No. I would every day in between class, I'd like hug her and like take a picture.
Holy shit.
And so this became a thing.
Next level.
After a month, I texted her at midnight, like, because I've been telling my friends all this, and they're like, Evan, you should like ask her on a date. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll do it. So I'm like, yo, do you want to hang out tomorrow after school and eat lunch? And I should have used more clear verbiage. She said yes, and I told all my friends like, nice job, Evan, you're in. And then
lunch after school?
Yeah.
You also said hang out, not let's.
How long is your
like,
fucking school?
It was a short day. So
okay.
Class usually ends at 3, and it ended at 12 that day. So after school, we went to get lunch, but I thought it was a date. She thought it was just, hanging out. What we did was after school, we walked to the supermarket across the street. We got soup together, and then we walked back and we sat at a bench and then just drank soup and didn't talk to each other. I was like, so how's your day? And she's like, it's pretty good. And then we just took turns drinking soup. Next thing you know, her friend shows up, and then
That's even more awkward if she thought it was his friends and she didn't talk to you.
Yeah, no, she was super shy. Like she acted all confident in text, and then in person, like she didn't say anything. So I was like,
yeah, she opened
okay,
with knife to meet you and didn't say shit.
Yeah, it was really strange. We just drank soup. After a while, it turns out we both had the same club meeting. So we just went to a club meeting together, and that was it. We never talked after that. We just drank soup and then kind of ghosted each other. So that was the Khan story.
Oh.
There is a section of if I scroll back in my Snapchat memories, there was a period of 30 days where it's only pictures of Khan. I still have the stickers. Yeah. It was what do you mean weak?
I said leak.
Oh, leak?
She left and then texted, sorry for being super shy.
Yeah.
Good one.
That's the Khan story.
And then Evan linked a WikiHow article on how to be less shy.
How to drink soup and have a conversation at the same time. But that leads in to my next story, which is Chantal. Because I never dated Khan, but I did end up dating Chantal. Same story, really. I asked her to homecoming, another 14-year-old Chinese girl, you know, that's my type. And then we like...
Oh, that's still your type, 14?
No, okay, wait, bad phrasing. Bad phrasing.
Wait.
Hey, okay, let's not...
Wait. So I mean, this is before the. No.
No, I broke up with Felicity,
Uh-huh.
and then the con thing happened, and then now it's Chantal.
But you said the Felicity thing started when you were 15.
Yes.
So how is 14-year-olds?
Chantal was a freshman. I was a junior, I think. Yeah.
Yikes.
Dude, it's 2 years. Okay, it's just
That's
a
not
2
bad.
year.
That's not
It's not that bad.
Hey.
Come on.
That's not that
It's
bad.
not that bad.
That's
So-
not like senior dating.
About it, but you know.
That's
Well,
not
yeah,
senior
it's
dating
not.
8th grade vibes, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy shit.
I think it's acceptable. Junior to freshman, that's not that bad, right,
That's
Chad?
not bad.
That's not that bad.
I have a story about something like that
It's
I'm
not.
not telling on the fucking podcast.
Chad, don't say it's weird. It's not weird to date
It's
somebody
not
like
that
2
weird.
years above you or 2 years younger than you.
Yeah. The rule is
Not
what,
bad.
like half your age plus 7 or something? I don't know. But
I
yeah,
don't know, but
yeah.
That
So
cannot be the rule.
I think that's the rule. And it doesn't
That's the
matter.
rule, bro.
Semantics.
20 would be 17. That's not the rule.
wait,
Yeah,
but
20
Evan
is-
doesn't know 7. So how can
I
he-
do. I know how to count to 7. Okay, whatever.
Oh.
We've covered this. So Chantal and I started dating. Similar story where we like hung out during band, and I asked her to homecoming, and it was real sweet. And now this is the story about how I asked her to prom. Okay, because junior year and senior year, you have prom at your school. Another jazz band trip. This time to Disneyland. Who dat? You went to Disneyland recently. It's a lot of fun.
Your
You know-
jazz band went to Disneyland?
Yeah, jazz band went to Disneyland. We performed in front of like 5 people, and then went to rides the entire time. Yeah.
Well, where did you perform
I
with five
did
people?
this. I did the same thing in middle school for choir. They have it wasn't actually in Disney when you performed. It's like a right, Evan.
Wait,
Like
what?
a different. When you performed, it wasn't actually in Disney. It's just like near there, right?
It was like an amphitheater in Disneyland that like no one went to. No, you know those like side attractions that like they put up and no one goes to them because they just want to go on the rides. Like we were that. We had like 5 people watching, and you know all the parents who came. So yeah, we did the jazz band performance, but at Disneyland, if you don't know, oftentimes they have fireworks at night, and it's really pretty. You know, it's so scenic because it's like a really high end carnival with fireworks, and Mickey Mouse is there and a lot of cool things happening. So I thought it was a good time to ask people to ask Chantal to prom. And I had a whole prom thing ready, snuck it behind a trash can or something. I don't know. I hid it pretty well, and we were talking, and then it got to the.
It?
It got to the. Okay, no, don't say age is just a number. It got to when the fireworks. Separate but equal. It got to the fireworks, and I very casually led Chantal over to the trash can. I don't know why I hid it behind a trash can. Probably a better spot to hide it. Point is, I got out the poster, and she was like awestruck. She was like, "Oh, dude, what?" Because she had not been expecting it. And so she said yes, and it was very happy. We hugged. We took pictures. It was all cool. Not 2 minutes later, I see her, because like I'm back with my friends at this point. 2 minutes later, I see her hunched over the trash can, and she is throwing up. She is hurling, like projectile vomiting. And I was like, wait, was it really that bad? Like, you don't have to go if you don't want to. It turns out, I thought like she hated
She
my...
was growing up because of you.
I thought she was like hated my promposal. Like she thought it was so disgusting. It was actually because she like ate something bad beforehand.
Wait, no, was that your actual thought? Did you legitimately think that she was throwing up because she didn't like your promposal?
Yeah, I thought she just said yes out of like being nice,
What?
and then like threw up later.
That's not how that works.
Hey, I don't know. I was young and naive. I was just 16. You wouldn't know,
Wow,
second.
look
You
at
wouldn't
this
know.
guy's shit sign, and then you projectile vomit for a minute.
Evan,
Uh-huh.
can we talk about how you picked the worst spots for romance?
I
The garage, next to a trash
It was
can.
at Disneyland, though. It's a Disneyland
next?
trash can.
What's next? You gonna go to the dump?
Yeah, Disneyland trash cans are kind of nice. It's
Right? They're high quality. That's high-end trash can.
Disneyland trash cans are nice.
They're kind of nice.
They're kind of. Have you been to Disneyland, Psychic?
No.
Yeah, you wouldn't
Disneyland
know.
trash cans are actually nice.
Bro, okay, think
And
about
also
all
they're
the people
everywhere,
that
so-
use that trash can. That's probably worse than a normal trash can.
No, but there's so many trash cans in Disneyland that most of them probably don't even get used that much. It's like a thing. You put a trash can like every 20 feet, so like people don't litter.
Yeah.
It's like a thing.
But yeah, that's the story.
There's really got to be like 1,000 trash cans in Disneyland.
At least. Yeah, I would bet it's in the hundreds to thousands. That's the story of how I asked a girl to prom and then she threw up. Yep.
That's yikes.
But
I got to avoid asking a girl to prom because both of mine got canceled. So
oh yeah,
That's actually
COVID.
kind of
bro.
sad.
Mhm. Hey, Phineas J's here. Hello. What's up?
Phineas J, yo.
Just in time to hear about what I think I saved the best story for last.
Turkey story?
Cirky story. Woo! Poggers. For those of you that don't know, Cirky. So okay, I started streaming on January 1st, and before the whole Atrioc thing, my whole branding, my whole bit was to simp for this girl named Cirky. Okay, she was a girl in chat. She's from New Zealand, and yeah, she's a girl. Okay, you got it. That's crazy. Crazy that a girl would watch me. I don't know if Cirky's still here, but she's a mod on the channel. She's a very important member of the community. I spent like all of last stream just talking about her. She's very important. Cirky, the story of Cirky was we met in a Minesweeper stream, as all good relationships start. When I started streaming, I didn't even know the Minesweeper community on Twitch was a thing. I just showed up in some. Well, like I said in my video for Atrioc, I went to his Discord. I clicked on the first person that was streaming, and it was a Minesweeper streamer, and I was like, oh, interesting. And Cirky was there. I went
Why
to.
did you use this stream?
What? Well, I had streamed for 5 days at that point. I streamed like chess or something. This is like very beginning. The sixth day, I tried out Minesweeper for the first time on stream because I saw someone else do it and I thought it'd be a good idea. And it was fun. I spent 46 minutes on my first extrovert board, and it took a long time. Cirky and this guy Zane helped me the entire way. Like, they gave me tips. I would like mauled, and they'd be like, no, Evan, it's okay. Just like count the mines, blah, blah, blah. It took me 46 minutes, but it was worth it. And at the end, she like gifted a sub to Zane and sub to me. And I was like, oh, Poggies, like one of my first subs. It was crazy. Like, someone gave me money? No way.
Were you already affiliated at this point?
I sped ran affiliate. I got affiliate in 5 days because I had done 2 test streams before January 1st, and they had counted towards like the 7-day requirement. But yeah, I had affiliate at the point. What?
Yeah, I reached it pretty fast. Like, I reached the requirements within maybe 2 weeks or something? 3 weeks?
That's
They
faster
just
than most.
didn't want to verify my fucking tax information. for
I remember that.
2 months.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. Neg, I've told you this story, right? I think I have. Okay. So we get to talking.
Oh no.
And we start like getting to know each other. And it became a huge meme on my channel to simp for her. Like, every chance I got, I would plug her. She, at this point, because of the other guy had the same bit, and I stole the bit of simping for Cirky. So at this point, she had like 40 followers. I got her to like 100 followers in like a month. And I threw a huge celebration stream. It was on Valentine's Day, no less. And it was like, I planned this whole thing where I did a choreographed dance with my family. I got a bunch of people in the community to say like, congrats on 100 followers. If you're watching this on YouTube, here's a clip. Here's a clip of the whole thing. Hope you're ready. Congratulations, Cirkian, on 100 followers. It's been quite the journey. It's weird that barely 1 month ago, I wasn't even aware of your presence, and yet, in the short span of only 1 month, I rose quickly through the ranks to become your #1 sword. That's right. Fuck you, Bubba. I'm her #1 sword. Get out. I'm very glad for that Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes / Minesweeper stream that you first showed up in. Even though it took me 2,769 seconds, which is just over 46 minutes, to complete my first ever expert Minesweeper, I know it must have been torture to watch, and I'm sorry you had to endure it. I couldn't have been more happy and grateful for when you and Zane coached me through every step of the way. Honestly, you two were lifesavers. I was literally buzzing with excitement for 4 hours afterwards, and it was the first time that I really felt like I had some kind of community, no matter how small, that was supporting me.
Wait, Evan, does anyone want your followers on Twitch?
Yeah, wait, I'm in the middle of a speech.
No, we have to do a celebration for
Okay.
this, like a performance and we dance.
Yeah. What? What were you
So
thinking?
you get out of the way, I'll teach you, and then you just follow me after. Easy peasy, okay?
Okay, I see you.
Okay, Twitch, everyone, we hit 100 followers, so let's get really hyped.
Yeah, let's get high, guys! Let's go! Alright, okay, clap. Come on, get in here!
Well, we're so proud of you for 100 followers. Welcome to the Gal family. We all want to support you and reach your milestone of 1,000 followers.
Woo! Yeah!
Yay!
We did it! But after that, right, we started talking on Discord. She actually reached out to me, and we started talking on Discord because she liked my stream, and it was really fun for her to be in chat. And we started talking a lot. I'm talking like texting for 6 hours a day. Sometimes, like, I think record we texted for like 12 hours at some point. And Cirky's a very shy person. She doesn't like. She has anxiety, so she doesn't like to join VCs at all. Like, at this point, I'd not heard her voice. Then, one day, I was like, yo, do you want to just, like, hop into a VC with me? And she agreed. And I was like, oh, it's happening! I'm talking with a
Megalo.
girl.
That's the end of the story.
No, I'm talking with a girl on the internet. And so that became the norm. We would, like, call for, like, 6 hours a day. It was nice. Cirky is actually, like, the most genuinely nice person I've ever met on Twitch. She's by far, like, you have no idea how much she does behind the scenes. She's, like, my biggest supporter. It's crazy how much she's helped.
I'm trying to figure out where the fuck this story is going based solely on NegNeg's facial expressions. Cause he looks unhappy. He looks...
Negneg looks like Negneg looks like Finney's Jay's face in the haircut picture.
This is just the start. This is the happy. This is the happy little
Where the
fun
story
times.
is going is just.
It takes a left turn very quickly.
It does
I'll
take
just
a
say
left
that.
turn. It does
Okay.
take a left turn. Just
Yeah.
keep going.
Yeah.
Keep
So
going.
like,
My God.
it was just a meme, but it became a self-fulfilling prophecy for me because like all this simping turned into like actually me developing a crush for Cirky. Like I actually like really liked her. She's so great, you know? She's a girl who watches my stream. No way. We talk for 6 hours a day. So yeah, I told her about my feelings, but she's like, I'd rather be friends, whatever. And, you know, I'm very content just being friends. Like, I can tell, like, me and Surky, we are going to be friends for life, easily, by far. There's only 2 people that I'm very confident that will be friends for life. One is my best friend, Nikita, and the other person's Surky. Like, easily, no shot. Well, buy me dinner first.
Well.
Yeah.
I'm sure after TwitchCon we'll be lifelong friends. Lifelong.
Yeah.
True.
So, and this is where it takes a left turn. And I know there's a lot of youngins in chat, okay? A lot of you are very, you know, you're probably in high school, middle school age. So if you don't want to hear about this, just you know, tune out. So one day,
Psychic, go ahead and deafen.
Psychics, yeah, go ahead and deafen, please.
Okay, good one. Holy shit.
Yeah.
So funny.
So one day,
Our story.
rated R, yeah, rated R. Psychic.
If you're just gonna watch this shit on screen.
Oh no, dude! If Aatrox hears this story, it's over.
Aatrox is not
He's
gonna.
gonna
Aatrox
skip
is not gonna pull this out.
perfect.
Oh no, it's over. So me and Surky were in this guy named Mr. Grapey's chat. He was playing Hollow Knight. This is his first stream. He was a part of the Minesweeper community, so we were both in his chat, and he's playing Hollow Knight, and it was really cool. And some other person, her name was MSGod123, Minesweeper God123. If you're out there watching, shout out, love you. So Minesweeper God and Surky in chat were like just joking around, and they're like, "Hey yo, but where are the nudes you sent me?" And Surky's like, don't worry, I got you, babe. And then me, as a joke, right? As a joke, I was like, at Surkian, yo, where are my nudes?
No.
No, don't worry. This isn't even the left turn yet. This isn't the left turn. It's fine.
I'm cringing.
So then Surky messages back on Twitch like, "Hey yo, check your DMs." And I thought it was a joke, right? I was like, funny.
No.
After the stream,
Oh god.
After the stream, I check my Discord and I like fall backwards out of my chair. I'm like, huh? What? What is happening?
Evan,
Wait,
no,
what's?
no.
Is she okay with you sharing this? Yeah. I've asked Surky's permission about this. She actually, because it gets worse. This is just the beginning.
It does get worse.
It gets worse.
It gets worse.
This is not the
No.
end.
No.
She really likes this story. So yeah.
He actually pulled it up on stream.
Yeah, I'll pull it up on stream right now. So like,
I didn't tell you to do it now.
I was pogging out of my mind, right? I was like, holy shit, that was a joke, but you know, somehow it worked. I came out on top. And then it kind of we turned it into a game where every time I got a PB in Minesweeper, like she sent me a video. I was like,
No.
hell yeah.
Oh
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Like she
Oh no!
my God.
she like
No.
she Pavloved me.
What?
Like every time I played Minesweeper, I'd like sit there with like so turned on because I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get a PB right now. I'm gonna get a PB. Hell yeah. Okay, that's not the worst part. No, we haven't.
That's not the worst part.
We haven't gotten
Guys,
there.
you're not at the worst part.
How is
You're
it not the worst part?
We haven't gotten there.
Evan gets a
How is this
PB
not
on
the worst
screen,
part?
and chat's confused, but Evan's just like staring at his fucking monitor, just eyes wide.
Nosebleed.
Nosebleed, steam coming out of the ears, jaw drops to the floor. Yeah.
Yeah, please don't say that.
This is not even the worst part.
It's
Not
not
by
the
a long
worst
shot.
part, guys.
So then
You're
Not by a long shot.
so it became, you know, that was the norm. Then, one fateful night, okay? Surky had sent me something earlier, and she was talking about like, cause it's New Zealand. She lives in New Zealand. So right now it's like summer for us, turning into fall. For her, it was fall turning into winter. So it was cold. And she mentioned how she had a childhood onesie.
No.
God, no.
A Tigger onesie, to be exact. You know, Tigger from Winnie the Pooh. You know, the guy that bounces on his tail, and he's,
Bro,
you know,
don't bring Tigger into this, man.
Tigger onesie.
Oh, please, God, no.
And okay, she mentioned this, but I was responding to something she had sent earlier. I made like a sussy comment, you know. After she had mentioned this,
Don't say sussy.
okay, I don't want to pull it up, but like.
Who that? Bro, he can't talk about the fucking Tigger onesie and then you say don't say sussy. That's not.
So I made a sussy comment, like right. She posts like how like, oh, I'm in a Tigger onesie, and I post a sussy comment, which wasn't in response to the Tigger thing. It was in response to something else. But then she was like, oh, I didn't know you had a Tigger fetish, and I was like, no, I don't. I swear, I'm not into Tigger. And she's like, sure. It's like, yeah, no, I'm serious. I'm not a furry. For real. And she's like, sure. And then she like spams me with like her in like suggestive poses in the Tigger onesie. And I'll just say that that changed things for me, you know? I wouldn't say, okay, listen, it's not that I have a Tigger fetish. It's more that like Cirky, okay.
No, I'm definitely.
Listen, look, okay, okay, it's not that I'm not a furry, chat, by the way. I'm not a furry. It's just that like I'm not attracted to like tigers or anything. It's just that like Cirky. See what I'm attracted to is Cirky in the Tigger onesie. It's not the Tigger onesie itself. And so, you know, so yeah, that it's just to clarify. It's weird though. You can't watch Winnie and the Pooh anymore. Yeah, I about it. It's not.
Winnie and the Pooh has him acting up.
I just yeah.
And then it gets worse.
And then it gets worse. No, that's
the worst. God.
That is yeah. She likes to clown on me. Like just randomly, we're like talking about something and she'll send me a tiger emoji. And the sad thing is it works, which is so sad. She fucking Pavloved me.
Oh, I can't.
No, I just
that's
you know
crazy to say that it works.
Start feeling a little something.
Fucking tiger emoji. Holy
listen, I'm not proud of this, okay? This isn't something that I like to admit to, but
you guys understand my face now? Why I look so distressed?
I understand your face.
I'm willing to share this with stream because I care about you and you guys are my friends, not for any other reason.
Oh my god!
If you send me a tiger emoji, I'm gonna kill you, like for real. Okay, I'm blocking psychic. I'm blocking psychic. I'm blocking psychic. Yo, mods, anyone who sends a tiger emoji, ban them. Get out of here. Get that shit out of here. Get that shit out of here. Oh my god, get that out of here.
Dude, Nathan's gonna have to watch this shit twice. Dude, that's not fair to him. Nathan has to watch this twice. That's not.
Bro, mods are actually timing people out.
Get him, mods, get him.
Evan, I noticed that you haven't been very motivated to get PBs lately. Has something changed? That's for off stream. Evan, stand up. What if I don't want to stand up? Holy shit!
My
still.
Lord.
Oh no!
What if I I'll just drink some water though. Yeah.
Bro, no.
Please end the stream. Please end the stream. All right. Please end the stream.
But yeah, that's how that's the story of me and Cirky.
We gotta raid H-Rock and everyone just spam
tiger emoji. Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
Yes, we must.
No, please don't do that. No, I don't need H-Rock knowing about this.
S3K.
Hey, no narcs, just spam the tiger.
I don't need H-Rock knowing about this. But yeah.
S3K.
He won't know about it. He'll just
tiger emoji.
Yeah. So point is, like, Cirky and I are really good friends. Like she's like a huge supporter of the stream. Like we talk. Yeah, we've talked every day since we met. Like, I don't think there's been a single day where I haven't, like, talked to her. And, I get nudes from her occasionally, so poggers. Let's go.
That's so
You say pogger, okay, dude.
Say, bro.
Alright, chat, thanks for coming to the stream. This has been the S3K Podcast, episode 1.
Wait, mods can /raid, right?
Yes.
Only people who are editors can raid.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Great story. A lot of great stories. One that I wish we did.
We went from Sages to hard cringing.
Something we don't need to tell H-Rock though. We can keep it here. Okay, what stays in S3K Podcast.
I can't wait till H-Rock watches this because I know he will. I know H-Rock will listen to this podcast.
He knows Shoddy listens. No, Shoddy listens to this.
No, it's not that he's gonna listen. Someone's gonna make another Reddit post and he's gonna click on it and he's just gonna click the perfect spot. He's
Yeah.
gonna click right on you saying, yeah, we're friends, and occasionally I get nudes. He's gonna click.
That's not even the worst part. That's not the worst part. If he heard the Tigger stuff, I think he'd be even more concerned.
Oh no.
Uh,
But yeah.
nothing leaves except for the tiger emoji. That's going straight.
No, don't do that. Don't do that either. Yeah, that's
Evan's
been
worried because he can't.
That was the
watch
S3K
stream.
podcast.
that's been
Episode 1.
S3K Podcast episode 1 about relationships. I hope you guys enjoyed. I've been Evan.
Neg.
Psychic.
Yeah, and it's been a fun time. Hope you guys like it.
What the fuck? No! Yo!
Evan, no!
Oh, look at the real ass punches.
No!
Mods?
Mods, help him!
Oh,
Help
you
him!
can.
Let me go! Hey! No!
Oh,
Wait.
The dog
honestly
just
deserved,
not
straight up
barking
deserved.
at all.
oh no!
Deserved.
Yeah, that is deserved. Who's
Well,
gonna raid though?
yeah.
Well, chat, we're looking for one more new person.
Shit. Actually,
Oh,
now
that's-
for the Matriarch? I think we got a good chance. Oh shit.
Oh shit!
What?
What a great hit. What a
That's not a bit.